Coach Bryan.
Well, hello. It's good to see you guys back in the building, in person, full in effect. I know that's right. Don't get used to it. That was good to see you guys.
Bryan, can you just kind of go through some of the newcomers and a lot of new faces, kind of how it kind of changes a little bit of the mindset of you calling defenses with some of those guys out there?
Oh man, we got a good group that we signed coming in, a lot of transfers, and even some of the young guys. Start up front. The first one, with, of course, everybody's talking about Jermaine. He's a really heady football player that loves the game. He very, very strong, athletic, can move. He's picked up our defense pretty quickly, and so that's one thing that's very, very encouraging, especially up front, because you have to be able to get out the quarterback. You have to be able to stop the run, and it starts up front, and we're so happy that we have him. You think at the next level, Momo Sanogo, when that guy's on the football field in the spring, you could tell a big difference when he was on the field, when he wasn't on the football field. Not only just playmaking ability, but also just from a leadership standpoint. I mean, he has our guys in tune to everything. He's out there communicating as loudly as you would want, a middle linebacker to communicate. So it's a blessing and an honor to be able to coach him and to have him on your defense, especially when you're losing a guy like a C.J. Avery, who's held at him for a long time for us since we've been here. But Momo's a smart football player that's come in and just latched on to us, and we've latched on to him, and he's doing a tremendous job for us. And then the secondary, that's the biggest improvement that we've made, I think, from a recruiting standpoint, from what we needed last year, with guys getting hurt and guys injured and guys moving on. But we have a lot of depth there now. This is the most depth we've had since I've been here, and that helps you call football games, Jody. When you have depth in that secondary and guys can cover guys and be a lot tighter in coverage and things of that nature. So you think about a Jarvis Brownlee, that comes in from Florida State. Started a lot of games for those guys over the last couple of years and played multiple positions. So it's great to have him on your team. He doesn't shy away from contact. He doesn't shy away from being competitive and talking a little smack here and there. But excited to have him. You got Quincy Riley, another corner that you can slide him in multiple spots. He was second in the country last year in interceptions. So he's a ball hawk back there in that secondary. And Nicario Hopper, who can play multiple positions in the secondary as well, except corner, but your guard, your two safety spots. He's a heat seeker missile. That's how I describe him. You have to tell him whoa as opposed to telling him to go. MJ Griffin, another guy that can play multiple spots within that safety room. That is very, very sharp, that came from Temple. He's done a tremendous job for us this spring as well as this summer. And and then you think about some of the young guys that's coming on. D'Angelo Hutchins, he's done a great job. Carwell as well. And then some of the guys that redshirted last year, they have made a big step, not only in the spring but also this summer, and continue to learn the defense, but also finding a role and starting in a role, whether it's special team wise or some of our third down packages and things of that nature. So we're very excited for this year, and especially for those guys that's coming in, that's going to help us.
Last year, your sacks and tackles for loss numbers were considerably improved over the year before. Do you see that continuing? And is that important? Are there other things maybe that are more important than that, or that plays into it?
Yeah. Well, I think your sacks in TFL, they are really, really important, because now you can get that offense behind the sticks, right? And now you got those guys guessing a little bit, as opposed to us being on our heels and playing, second and 6 or second and 5. I really would like for those guys to be in second and 10, second and 11 situations. And I see that sack total as well as TFL's total continue to be going hopefully a lot better than what it was this past season. Even though it's real good, but we wanted a little bit more higher than what it was this past season. Because anytime we get guys behind the sticks, we've been really good, getting teams off the field on some of the third downs, especially when we execute. So hopefully we can continue that, and I think we will this season.
Bryan, you guys brought in Wes McGriff over the offseason to be the co-DC. What kind of an impact has he made on both the scheme and sort of the situational play calling?
Oh, man, I just think Crime has done a tremendous job. He's a veteran football coach who's been around the game a lot, who's seen a lot, whether it's the SEC, he's been in the ACC. I mean, he's been everywhere, and so NFL as well. So he's done a tremendous job, not only with our players, but with the staff in general, not just the defensive staff, but offensive staff as well. He's came in and fit perfectly for what we actually need, and that's holding guys accountable. Being very disciplined, helping us be a little bit more disciplined, not only as coaches but also as players. But he's done a tremendous job, and I think situational-wise, he's seen a lot, he's done a lot. He's already helped me from a play calling standpoint of, hey, think about this in this situation, or hey, think about that, or I think you got to continue to do this in this situation. So keep doing what you're doing in this. So he's done a tremendous job in helping me and the staff as also the players. So we're lucky to have old Crime Dog with us.
In terms of position groups, I mean, you were talking about the experience of the secondary, but is there any other group where you're very encouraged about them taking that next step this season?
Oh, well, I think our D-line. I think Ben Silas has done a tremendous job of getting those guys bigger. And we got multiple guys over 300 pounds, now that we didn't have not only last year, but year before last as well. So I'm very excited about that group. Ashton Gelati, I mean, the Cactus squatted over 600 pounds. Not too long ago. You think about, Yaya Diaby. I don't know if anybody's seen that picture on Twitter where they had a comparison when he first got here versus what he is now. That kid is unbelievably bigger, a whole lot bigger than what he was. So we're very excited about him. Desmond Tell had an awesome summer as well. And I mentioned Jermaine. Caleb Banks is another big guy up front that we're going to, hopefully see some growth and maturity out of him to where he's going to go out there and play some really good football for us in the years to come, especially this year. But that group, I see some big improvement, of course, in secondary, and I think the most experienced group will probably end up being the linebackers, just with who we have.
Bryan, you talk about versatility, or you talk about guys, and it seems like you have a lot of versatility in the secondary. Can you just kind of speak on that guard position and the competition that you've got starting tomorrow at that position?
Well, it's a good group of players that's going to be at that spot, and I kind of want to keep some of it to myself, Jody, just for game planning situations, getting ready to go against Syracuse. But we like what we have right there. We really do. I can name one guy right now, Ben Perry, where we're putting him at that spot, and he's done a tremendous job so far. And the guys that are behind him, Marvin Dallas as well, and there's some other guys in that secondary that we can slide in that spot as well that'll be able to help us, especially on first and second down, and it's even on some third downs as well. So we're excited about it. It gives you a little bit more flexibility of calling things, a lot more tighter coverage. So hopefully we can continue that this offseason.
I guess just as follow, not to give it away, but
Yeah.
can you move guys more around
Oh,
the
yes,
board because
absolutely.
of what you have?
Absolutely, you can move around a multitude of guys, to put it that spot and do many different things out of it. So we're looking forward to it. We're excited.
All right.
Good.
Sir, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we do.